You helped me, Ella pointed out, and you didn't even know me. You got hurt because of me. I shrugged in that endearing way I have. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for everything. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, said Ella's mom, smiling kindly. We were glad to do it. And good luck with whatever happens. I nodded, and then, get this, they both hugged me, at once, like a Max sandwich. Once again, I felt the horror of tears starting in my eyes, and I blinked them back quickly, but I let them hug me, and sort of patted Ella's elbow, which was all I could reach. I won't lie to you, it felt really good, and really awful at the same time, because what's worse than knowing you want something besides knowing you could never have it? I disengaged myself gently and opened the door. Outside, it was sunny and warm. I gave a little half wave, hoping it was jaunty, then headed out onto the yard. I decided to give them a sort of present. I felt like they deserved it. Would they think I looked goofy? What did we, the flock, look like to outsiders? I had no idea, and I didn't have time to start caring. I adjusted my sweatshirt in the backpack. I turned. Ella and her mom were watching me with wide, curious eyes. I ran a few steps and leaped upward, unfurling my wings, feeling them fill with air. Wincing slightly as my damaged muscles pulled unstrained, fully extended, my wings were 13 feet across, speckled brown and splotched with white. A hard downstroke, ouch, then upward, ouch, then down. The familiar rhythm. Ella's face was awed and delighted, her hands clasped together. Dr. Martinez was wiping her eyes, her smile wobbly. A minute later, I was way high, looking down on Ella's little house, at the two small figures waving hard up at me. I waved back, then banked, feeling the familiar joy of flying, the freedom, the speed. I soared off toward the horizon, heading northwest, on my way to meet Nudge and Fang, who I hoped would miraculously still be where I told them to be. Thanks, Ella, I thought, refusing to feel sad. Thank you both, for everything. Angel, I'm on my way at last. Okay, end of the chapter, time for a sticky note, okay? So on this sticky note, we know that Max left. She went to go find Fang and Nudge, and then they're going to go on their way to find Angel. So on this one, I might just draw a picture. I'm going to draw Max sandwich. You could draw whatever you think is the important, but I'm going to put Max in between two slices of bread. Because I know that she said goodbye to Ella and Ella's mom. And I'm going to say, Max leaves to find Nudge and Fang. And then here's what my sticky note looks like. Here's my Max sandwich at the top. I'm kind of impressed with it. You should be too. And I'm going to put it right in my book, right in front of part 3, because we are beginning part 3 today. We're just reading one more chapter. So, part 3, school. What could be scarier than that? So, we can use this title on this page, this title of this section of the book, and think about what's going to happen in the book. Since it's called School, what could be scarier than that? Where do you think they're going to end up going during this chapter? If you're using your ability to make predictions, I would say they're probably going to end up at the school in this section of the story. And if you thought that, you're probably right too. So let's start the first chapter so we can... There we go. Okay. Chapter 49 is on page 151, and it's really short. So here's chapter 49. After about half an hour, I felt like I'd worked most of the kinks out of my muscles. I knew tomorrow I'd be horribly sore, but right now I felt okay, and right now was what mattered. I flew hard and fast, coasting on air currents whenever I could. This time, I didn't look down. An hour later, I was approaching the meeting place, praying that Nudge and Fang had waited for me. I was 2 days late, and I wouldn't blame them for giving up on me, but I didn't want to think about the possibility that they had decided to rescue Angel on their own. When I got close to the meeting place, I started circling big, losing altitude slowly while examining the ground, the cliffs, the shadows. Nothing. I flew the length of the canyon looking for signs, but was disappointed again. Panic made my throat tighten. I'd been so stupid. Oh God, what if they never made it here? What if... A shadow fell across me and I glanced up, thinking, helicopter. But it wasn't. Just a scattered flock of hawks above me, wheeling through the sky. I frowned and angled myself upward. Several of the hawks were oddly large and misshapen, but they were flying right along with the others and seemed part of their flock. I squinted and focused, all the time gaining altitude. My heart swelled. There were 4 way too big hawks, all right. Except hawks usually weren't quite as awkward as these 4. And hawks didn't usually wear sneakers. They had waited for me all right, and they were safe. Relief and joy flooded through my body and soul. Now we would go find Angel, and the flock would be whole again. And yes, I did say soul. Okay, this time I want you to try. Write the main point or the main idea of the chapter that I just read. Put on your sticky note. Put your sticky note inside your book. And then you can follow the link that is on your Google Classroom. Looks like this. If you can see it. Whoa, I can't. There it is. It's this first link right there at the top. Okay? Use that to build your storyboard. I can help you if you get stuck getting that, but I think you'll be able to do it. All you're going to do is take your sticky notes of the main ideas, or if you want to add some smaller details in a few pages, you can, and make a comic strip. Okay? So, begin.